I mean, we're all good friends. Just to be around those guys is always a good experience. Then having the fans out here, I mean, just the passion that you can already feel coming from the fans is something that you can't even put into words. So I'm excited just to be out here and just grinding with those guys.
You had that deep pass to Sammy earlier. How's your connection and chemistry developing with him?
I think it's developing really well. I mean, he's a guy that will stay after and get extra work, a guy that really wants to put the work in to be great. And so, I mean, when you have guys like that all around our team, it's easy to kind of build chemistry and build that kind of deep ball, or if it's a short pass, whatever it is.
Do you recognize him when he came in without the dreads?
I saw it on his Instagram, actually, so I knew about it, but I know when I think Dieter saw him the first one, I don't think he recognized him. So, I mean, it's a new cut, but it's a new year, and hopefully it's a good thing going forward.
Guys have not been afraid to mention Super Bowl to start as the expectation. Just as a first-year quarterback, how do you take guys' willingness to say the word, to set the goal, and obviously be a part of reaching?
Yeah, I mean, that's the expectation. When you win back-to-back AFC West championships, I mean, that's the next step. For me, you say those words, but you have to know every single day you come in, you have to grind. I mean, you have to work for that every single day. It's a long process, something that takes extra work, takes extra film study, and I believe guys are doing that, and we're going to carry that out throughout the season, hopefully win a lot of games, and hopefully get to that point.
Pat, are there things specifically about your game you're working on at this point in camp, as opposed to just generic improvement every day?
Yeah, I mean, you just want to be efficient. I think I say it all the time. I mean, in the NFL, the most efficient quarterbacks are the ones that win the most games. And for me, that's about going and throwing the ball in the right place, taking the right read. If it's a check down, throw the check down. If it's a deep pass, throw the deep pass. And that's stuff that I have to work on every single day. I mean, I'm learning as I'm going, and I'm trying to learn from my mistakes, but as well as learn from the success that I have on plays.
Patrick, you had a lot of different guys to work with. What stands out about what dimension does Travis give to your attack?
Yeah, I mean, he's another quarterback on the field. I mean, he really knows this offense. He knows what he needs to do to get open. He knows what he needs to do to get other people open. And I think that's a very underrated aspect of his game is he knows how to move defenders in order to get other people open. And so just having him out there is someone that I know that will be in the right spot whenever I need him to be, as well as helping others get open.
Since he was banged up last year and everything, with Chris Conley, you haven't really got a chance to practice with him, play with him that much until this offseason. What's your impressions been? What's it like working with him?
Yeah, I mean, he's a super athlete, a freak athlete, and I feel like not a lot of people talk about that. I mean, he's a guy that can make all the big plays, and so having him as well as the leadership he brings, I mean, he's one of the older guys in that receiver group, and so for me, him being the leader that he is really helping me on the field as well as helping those receivers.
Patrick, Andy said they're loading you up every night. What are some strategies that you're doing to maybe not get overwhelmed here?
Yeah, I mean, they're loading me up, but I love it. I mean, you love learning, you love being tested as an athlete, and so for me, I'm just going to keep grinding every single day. If I make a mistake on the field, I'll fix it and be better the next time. And so that's.
So I think it was your dad who said you took the football right away. I think just because of the X's and O's and things like that. Is that something that you've drawn from playing in high school? Or when do you remember falling in love with the game?
I think it was my first year of college. Probably was when I really fell in love with the X's and O's. I mean, in high school, it's very generic. You go to Texas Tech, it's a spread. They put a lot on the quarterback, but it's still not as much as you do now. And then you get here, and the complexity of the offense is something that you have to really get after and grind through. And so for me, every single day is a learning experience. Every single day I have to push myself to get better, and that's something that I love to do.
You're feeling good right now?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good. I feel really excited. I mean, y'all saw it today. The speed on the field is ridiculous. So for me, just to get out there with those guys is awesome.
Patrick, we've asked you about this before a little bit, but how much different do you think you feel going into all this because of the one game playing at Denver last year?
Yeah, I mean, it gives me a lot of positive energy, a lot of confidence going into it to know that you can have success against a really good defense. And so for me, to know that, know what it took for me to have success on that game day, it's something I can build upon and keep getting better and better with.
In terms of trying to be efficient, is it footwork? Is it things you understood from what Alex did last year, or just being in that quarterback room, understanding how efficient you could be based on what the defense is? Where did you see sort of your progression from an efficiency from last year to say now?
I think the biggest thing is just taking what the defense gives you. I feel like with a lot of quarterbacks, you want to make the big play, you want to do those things, but there's a time and place for those plays. And being able to take what the defense gives you and then being able to capitalize on those big plays is something that you have to do in this league in order to have a lot of success.
Patrick, a couple more guys.
When did you first
take note of Travis or Sammy? They're veterans. Did you see Sammy at Clemson at all? Did you watch Travis maybe his first couple of years here? When did you take notice of what they could do?
I mean, I think the first time I recognized Sammy was from playing the NCAA, like 2013 or whatever, 14, whenever he was at Clemson. So that was when I knew him and the great athlete that he was and the great receiver he was. And then, I mean, you heard about Kelsey all throughout high school and then college. I mean, my dad had him on fantasy football one time. So, I mean, it was just great players that are veterans of this league and even better guys.
Does it help you having that association with them, just knowing a bit more of what they're capable of maybe?
Yeah, and I think just building chemistry with them every single day. I mean, when you're around guys, especially when you're in a place like St. Joe's and you're with them all day long, you build a chemistry with them and know kind of what they're thinking, and that helps out a ton when you get on the field.